We've heard you talk about the former president. You have called him a fraud, a con artist. You've said he's a New Yorker like you, and you have watched this brand of BS.
I think of how absurd it is. And this might be the one case where that could be it for him. It's a state case. He's sick. He is really, genuinely a sick person that somehow has been allowed into our system.
What do you get when you cross a legendary actor with a controversial ex-president? A verbal smackdown that makes WWE look like a tea party. Robert De Niro's been taking shots at Trump harder than a frat boy at spring break, and Trump's hitting back like a cranky toddler who missed nap time. But here's the million-dollar question. Is this just another celebrity feud, or does it say something deeper about our political climate? Stick around, because we're about to dive into this hot mess faster than Trump dives into a bucket of KFC.
He's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk, he's a dog, he's a pig, he's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework. It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has. He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face. Thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country. This is somebody that we want for president? I don't think so.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Remember when movie stars just smiled and waved? Well, Bobby De Niro didn't get the memo. He's been taking shots at Trump since 2011, and lately he's cranked it up to 11. It's like he's trying to win the Most Creative Insults award, and let me tell you, he's got some real zingers. Back in the day, De Niro started off mild, calling Trump's statements crazy and his whole act a big hustle. But as Trump's political career took off, so did De Niro's insult game. By 2016, he was calling Donnie Diapers blatantly stupid, a punk, a dog, and a pig. Talk about a verbal smackdown. De Niro was angrier than a cat in a bathtub, saying, "It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point that this fool, this bozo has wound up where he has."
Does it give you some sense, not of joy, but of relief at least, that he's potentially facing some consequences? Because as you've said before, this guy's a con artist, and he's gotten away with it for years.
I'm not calling him, I'm tired of calling him names. He just can't be anywhere near the office of the presidency. It's funny, I was just thinking that he actually became president. He could have done good things. Instead, he had to do it all wrong.
Ouch, Bobby, tell us how you really feel. But wait, there's more. At the 2018 Tony Awards, De Niro went full New York and dropped the F-bomb on Trump. Talk about a showstopper. He just went off script and said, "Fuck you, Trump." I guess he wasn't worried about the FCC that night. The audience went wilder than Trump's hair in a windstorm. De Niro's insults kept evolving faster than Trump's excuses. In 2019, he compared living under Trump's presidency to being in an abusive household. Yikes! He even called the orange one a deep fake president. I mean, we've all seen those weird AI videos, but calling Trump a deep fake, that's a new one. But the cherry on top of this insult Sunday, De Niro upgraded from general criticism to personal attacks faster than Trump wolfs down a Big Mac. He called Trump a total monster and a sociopathic psychopathic malignant narcissist. Wow, that's a mouthful. I think De Niro's been reading psychology textbooks in his spare time. And get this, De Niro's not just talking the talk, he's walking the walk. He's been showing up outside Trump's trial like he's auditioning for Taxi Driver 2, MAGA Boogaloo. It's like he's taken on the role of Trump's nemesis in a blockbuster movie. Except this is real life, folks.
You've played a lot of bad guys. Would you ever play Donald Trump?
Never. There's nothing about him, there's not one redeeming thing in him that I can see, ever. He's so, as we all know, so narcissistic and self-centered. I don't think they really understand. And historically, from what I see, even in Nazi Germany. They had it with Hitler.
So how's the grumpy Trumpy taking all this heat? Spoiler alert, not well, but we'll get to that in a minute. For now, let's just appreciate the fact that De Niro's turned insulting Trump into an art form. It's like watching Picasso paint if Picasso used words instead of paint and his canvas was Trump's ego. You'd think the former leader of the free world would have better things to do than tweet about actors. But nope, our old pal Trump's got his Twitter fingers. Oops, I mean Truth Social fingers all fired up. Looks like Donnie Diapers is throwing a full-on tantrum, and it's not because someone took away his favorite toy. In a late-night rant that probably kept his handlers up past their bedtimes, Trump went after De Niro like a toddler who just learned some new naughty words. He called Bobby a wacko and said his movies aren't worth much anymore. Ouch, Donnie, did you stay up past your bedtime to come up with that zinger? I guess when you're busy trying to make America great again, you don't have time to work on your comebacks. But wait, there's more. Trump's got a special nickname for De Niro, Punchy. Real creative, right? It's like he's trying to be a schoolyard bully, but he forgot how insults work. He even suggested De Niro has Trump derangement syndrome. I guess in Trump's world, anyone who doesn't worship him must be crazy. Makes sense, right? The orange one didn't stop there. He claimed he never knew how small both mentally and physically De Niro was. Wow, Trump making fun of someone's height. That's some real presidential material right there. I mean, who needs to worry about the economy or world peace when you can make fun of how tall someone is? But here's the kicker. Trump's latest comeback is bragging that De Niro was met with a force greater than the radical left MAGA, because nothing says I'm a stable genius like boasting about your fan club. It's like he's the captain of the world's weirdest cheerleading squad. The sad part? Trump's insults are about as effective as a chocolate teapot. De Niro's still out there calling Trump a tyrant and a coward right outside the courthouse. It's like watching a boxing match where one guy's throwing punches and the other's just yelling, yeah, well, you're short. So who are you gonna believe? The guy who played Vito Corleone or the guy who played himself in Home Alone 2? I don't know about you, but I'm thinking maybe the guy who's won more Oscars than elections might have a point. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a humble narrator watching this circus unfold. So what's the deal with this De Niro Trump smackdown? It's not just two grumpy old men yelling at clouds. Nah, it's like America's political divide packed into a celebrity feud sandwich. You've got Team Hollywood and Team MAGA going at it like cats and dogs. But instead of fur flying, it's insults and tweets. This whole mess is more than just entertainment. It's showing us how celebs are shaping what we talk about politically. Sure, it's fun to watch De Niro and Trump trade zingers, but are we missing the real issues? While we're busy giggling at their insults, important stuff might be slipping under the radar. And if this were a movie showdown, who'd win? De Niro's got those tough guy roles, but Trump's got that weird hair that might be bulletproof. My money's on De Niro. He's faced the Joker. Trump, he's just a joke. But in real life, we're all losing if this is what passes for political discourse. Maybe it's time to change the channel on this reality show.